Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I have to show you something that I really messed up on, and I'm causing Tom a lot of extra work. I really hate it when I do that. We're both out working all the time, and by the time we get home in the afternoons we don't have time for projects, so they have to stay for the weekend. Thankfully this isn't a really hot time of year, so it can wait till the weekend, but I had to shut off the water, so we don't have any irrigation going until Tom can fix my disaster. So on our last video, we were cleaning up the front yard, and it looks amazing, but it took so long that I wasn't able to get to those rose bushes that I wanted to get to. So the other day, I ended up only having a office building that I had to do in the morning, which is exciting for me. That doesn't happen very often. So I thought, I'll go home and me and Candace are gonna dig holes for those rose bushes. So let me show you what happened. So as you can see, I got the holes dug. Well, Candace and I both did. She worked pretty hard on helping me with this. And do you see these two lines right here? One of those is the line for the water, and the other one is an electrical line. When I was digging this hole, when we did that one, I didn't remember the line being out. So you can see where the plant is. Let me give you a different view here. So you can see where the plant is, and then you can see where the hole is here. Let me zoom that out. So they literally have that line running so far away from the wall. I didn't remember that when that was the electrical line. Tom put in the other line, and when he put it in, he put the water line there on purpose so that it would be centered right down our path of our rocks, so he would know all the time where it was. I didn't know that. And if I did, I forgot, which sometimes I get some timers, so it's very possible. So, Candace dug that hole. She did an amazing job. She didn't hit the line because I was digging this hole. And I hit the line right there. And I was freaking out, so she stopped digging, and thankfully it saved the other one. But as you can see, I hit the line, and if you look really closely, you can see where I nicked the electrical line. So until Tom looks at this, I don't think I caused any damage to the electrical line. I think I just nicked the outer rubber part, and we can take care of that with the electric tape. But until I have him look at it for sure, I don't want to have anything on. Plus, that's not all. So if you look a little bit further up here, right there, let me see if I can get down here in the rocks to show you this one. Right there. See where my finger is, right there next to it. I was using the pole to try to break some of the caliche, and I hit it with the pole. Like, oh my gosh. So I had to tell him all of that while he was out working, which he took it very well. I think I'm more upset with myself than he is with me. So he's going to have to get in here, cut them, put couplings in there to secure them before we can do anything else. And I also need him to make sure that I have the depth okay on both of these. So I'm not going to plant anything in these holes until he looks at everything to make sure that everything is fine. But that was that. So our little rose bushes are waiting to be planted. Now look at the difference in this rose bush here that's in this pot and the one that we planted last season. Look at how lush and green that is. It's going to be so happy. So you guys know I always mix my stuff with a little bit of the raised bed mix and the regular native soil, and then I put some compost in there. So that's going to give that and feed that some wonderful nutrients. And I have the other one sitting over there because I was trying to make sure that it was going to fit in that hole. They're going to fit, but... And the other thing is from where the wall is to where the pole is there, there's a slant because we have it graded so that all the water runs down. So it's higher on the back side than it is on the front side of that hole. So I also need to make sure of how he wants to make sure I fill that in correctly so we don't have any issues there. So that was that disaster. So I've got all the stuff he needs. I got the tool that you use to poke the hole in the line to be able to do the line for the water, which I have right here. I have an electrical tape roll right here, 2 couplings, and I have a razor blade. I think it's a box cutter, but this works really well for cutting the hose to be able to do those couplings. So I think I have everything here that he needs. We'll just see when he can get to it. So now we're going to head out to the backyard. I got the chickens out there and I need to check on them. We are on the next day. Yesterday we were planting that citronella plant, and Tom came home and he got that stuff fixed for me. So I'm going to show you exactly what he did, and then we're going to plant those rose bushes today and get those in the ground and see what they look like. So let's get started on that project. Thankfully I was right and I did not hurt that wire, but he did put the electrical tape around it like I thought he would need to, and I didn't put 2 nicks in that line. I only put 1 in. So that was another good thing. He only had to put 1 coupling in instead of 2 where I thought that other one had a hole in it. And then the other one where Candace did her hole right there, that line is absolutely fine. There's no problems there. So we got that all figured out. We got it all done. And now we just have to plant the plants and run the line for the drip system. Definitely need more dirt. We gotta pack in that soil. Make sure we don't have air pockets. one more. It's going to be getting all this nutrition from the compost mix and my homemade compost. And our native soil does actually have a lot of good minerals in it, but it's just all that caliche. We got one done. Now I have to wait to do that other one until Tom gets home. But in the meantime, I'll mix up that other wheelbarrow of dirt for filling in. Yay! Okay. Tom got home and we looked this over. He turned on the water, and where we had that goof plug is where we were getting the leak. So that was an easy fix. We just, that's where we put the line. We took the goof plug out, put the line in there, so that'll be okay. And now I've got to try to situate that just a little bit more and try to get some dirt back there. That's gonna be fun. There's not much room back there. I'm gonna have to use the shovel to get that in there. I took the shovel out, but I still have the broom, so I'll use the broom handle. Try to get that packed in behind there. We did it. We finally got them planted. I can't tell you guys, since we bought these roses.
Aww.
How long ago was it?
Year and a half.
About a year and a half ago. We had planned on putting them in right when we put that one in. And so many things have happened since then. Our family has gone through quite a bit. So it feels like a great accomplishment to finally get these in the ground. So just remember, if you guys are going through stuff and you just can't get to it right now, it's okay. You do it when you can. And in the meantime, they're in containers, you know? So you just water them and you keep them alive. And when you can finally get to something, that's when you get to it, because we all have our priorities. So if you like what you're seeing, hit subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you soon. See you on the next video.